Hey, good morning, Wolf. Mr. Heaton and Mr. Knous here with you. We just wanted to get a minute to talk to you this morning about a disturbing thing that happened in our country yesterday. So yesterday, after listening to President Trump speak in Washington, a large group of people who have been misled by the politicians that they follow and the news and social media that they consume broke into the U.S. Capitol building and kind of took over as Congress was trying to certify the election. There were a large number of people that were hurt and some people that were killed. But afterward, Congress did finish certifying that Joe Biden is going to be the president in 2 weeks. And so, Mr. Knous, just want to hear your thoughts real quick about this.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Heaton. Hey, Wolves. Good morning. For starters, couple quick things. I mean, first of all, just like want to tell all of you that as I watched this yesterday, like I thought about a lot of you, in our community, and again, just like deeply grateful and privileged to serve and like work alongside so many amazing kids and staff and families. So just a couple I think like lessons. As a lifelong learner and a history teacher, I spent a lot of time like trying to think last night, and I think one thing is this. It's really, really important right now that everybody seeks absolute truth. And there's a lot of misinformation right now. All of us see things on social media, and I'm sure that, when you're scrolling, you're like, whoa, is that real? And I think, unfortunately, we actually saw a real consequence of that yesterday. And so it might seem naive, but I'm telling you how important it is that the stuff that we're teaching you in your classes about who's saying it, what is their intention and their impact, and then ultimately, is there like a claim and like strong evidence that's going to align to something that I believe in, is actually really missing with like a lot of adults and people in power right now. And it's really important. Like we can't tell you what to believe when it comes to like your sort of views in your politics. But I do think that it is really important to remind all of us that this is really, really critical to find things that are true and good and just, because there's a lot of tough stuff out there. You're seeing the consequence of it, and it's really, really unfortunate. So that makes me think a lot about like how you're feeling. I mean, I'll be honest, I had a really, really hard time today. I was really frustrated and really angry and kind of scared. I mean, full transparency, like I'm going to talk to my therapist this morning at 9 a.m. like I do every Thursday, and I'm going to bring this up because I need to process these feelings, and that is, it doesn't feel good, but I think that's like my responsibility to do so. And so for you, like who's your person? Is it your advisor? Is it your dean? Ms. Vargas, Ms. Kaminsky, is it like a peer, somebody in your family? But I would really strongly encourage you to like begin to like think and formulate out loud, like, how does that feel to like watch this? And please connect and share. Don't like sit with something that doesn't feel good. This is why we are a community. We go through things together, and know that it can be hard. And then the last thing, I think is it made me think a lot about our core values, about integrity and responsibility and respect. And I didn't see that yesterday. I didn't hear that when some politicians returned to the floor and they said, other things that I don't think are true because there's no claim and no evidence and not good intent. And so I think that unfortunately what happened yesterday is not the end. I'm hopeful that we don't see sort of like that like level of escalation, but it also gives me hope. I have a lot of hope, and I think this community, really good people, and for a lot of you to honestly become future leaders. So I know it's a lot. I'm really, really sorry. It's hard to process these things. I know it is for me, but just want you all to know that we care about you. We're thinking about you, and please don't hesitate to reach out.
Awesome. Thank you, Wolves. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, Mr. Eaton. Thanks, Wolves.
Thanks.